Hey guys, somebody asked if I could post a video of coloring on the color wheel so you guys can see what I'm talking about as far as tints and tones and shades and where to put them. So on my yellow, I've got my hue more than twice because I got really excited about my design here. So I've got hue, 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 hue. And then I've got my tints, tint, tint. Tone is the lighter value grayed out yellow here. So I've mixed my complementary color violet with my yellow. So I've got tone here, here, and here on both sides of that. And then I've got my shade here and here. So for my tone and my shade, I used varying amounts of my complementary color. Now I've put a complementary color here just because I had an extra spot for anything. You don't have to do that. You could leave that blank. I could have made that another shade. It really doesn't matter. So I kind of regret doing that now, but now I've kind of committed. So I've gone in from yellow to yellow orange, and now I'm in my orange. And I have colored everywhere where I would have my hue, except for right here. All right, so I'm gonna have a shade right here. I've got a tint right here, so I'm just gonna color really lightly. I'm doing a little bit of a shadow here just to show that it overlaps, but it's still a tint that is lighter than the rest of my other values. So because this is going to be a shade, I'm giving this kind of a medium value. I'm not filling it in as hard as I have on the places where I have my hue. If you color it in too dark, these aren't Prismacolors, they're Crayola. So if you color it in too dark, your other color that you go over top of it with doesn't really want to layer. It just kind of wants to scratch through and get weird looking. So I can always add more orange to it after the fact if I need to. So I'm really just kind of starting with a medium value here. Or medium coverage. I don't know about value. Intensity, maybe? I don't know. It's the end of the day. My brain is almost used up. So what I'm going to, before I do my tones and shades, I just go ahead and put my base coat of orange down. Hopefully you can see more than just the top of my head right here. So I actually haven't had to use black for any of my shades yet, but I have a feeling when I get into my blues and violets, I may have to, just because there aren't a lot of other colors that are darker in value than that. And so far, my complement, I haven't had to use anything other than my complementary color. Okay, so I feel pretty good about that. All right, so I've got yellow, yellow, orange, orange. So my next one should be red, orange. And always do a test on your other paper, because I actually ended up using my yellow orange here. My yellow orange, it's very, very orange. It actually looks like it's right in the middle between yellow and red. The orange actually kind of looks red orange. So I ended up using yellow. I colored yellow again and then used this over top of that yellow to get something that actually looked yellow orange. So if you're not quite sure, always have like a separate piece of paper that you're marking these on. So I'm actually just going to use the back of this poster board that I'm using, because my tables are a little bit textured apparently, and I was not very happy about the way that looked. So that's my orange that I just did. This is the regular orange, and that actually looks red orange to me. This is red orange. And this is red. There we go. Okay. Just gonna have to layer. Now, if you've got a different set of colored pencils and you're happy with the way okay, so I think, is that all of my hues for that? Not quite. So that definitely, you can tell, is more red orange and in between here. So then when I do my red, it'll actually look red. Okay, so my complementary of red-orange would be blue-green. And I really don't recommend trying to use this one because this is actually more of a turquoisey green. So I am going to be doing some blending. So for blue-green, I'm going to color it blue first. And again, you don't have to do these little spaces that are complementary colors in your color wheel. I just decided it might look cool, instantly regretted my choices, and had to commit anyway because I couldn't really take it back. So I'm going to end up with a pretty much a reverse color wheel that works its way around in here. So hopefully you can tell the difference between my blue and my blue-green. So for my shadow, I'm doing lots of layering in this one. So I had to layer my orange-red, and now I'm layering my blue-green. Okay. So that is my red-orange. And I'm just going to keep going on around like that. And in the areas where you've got to layer it, just remember, I'm giving you plenty of time to get these done and look nice. So, you know, please take your time and do a good job. And always, always do this test swab over here on the spare piece of paper. And that way you can tell if you need to do some blending. Because I really had to mix these two colors so that hopefully my red looks more red next to this red-orange. And I think it does. Okay. All right, so have fun coloring, take your time, do a good job. If you're not sure how to get that tone and shade, practice on your other piece of paper like we did when we were learning how to do those. And don't forget to turn in your progress pics. And that is all.